We're going to go to the third worst position in football. That's a running back. I hate running backs. They're so painful. They just come and go. You have Ken Walker blow up one week, and the next week he's just injured, and you never know. You have Jonathan Taylor can't play with a little broken finger. Can't play with a little broken finger. Um, you know, Joe Mixon, Javonte Williams. Go
You
ahead and
dying
die.
over there?
Yeah, I'm dying. I need some water.
So Joe Mixon and Javonte Williams. Let's pull up their projections here. Javonte Williams is at the Detroit Lions. Joe Mixon is going up against the Minnesota Vikings in Cincinnati. Their projections here, close on attempts, dead even on the receptions with 3 receptions. Both looking about the same amount of yards and touchdowns. However, for some reason, they're still projecting Joe Mixon to outscore Javonte Williams by 1.3 points this week. I'm probably one of the biggest fantasy haters on Javonte Williams, period. I know you love Javonte. I don't. I know Chase Brown was a big waiver wire addition this week specifically. However, Joe Mixon is still scoring touchdowns all the time. It seems like this dude always scores, and I'm probably wrong. He's probably got like 3 touchdowns this year. No, he's had 3 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks.
Stop stealing my research, bro.
I'm gonna. He went up against a good Indy run stop defense and still put up 21.5 points. I'm gonna go Joe Mixon here.
We're going Joe Mixon. Okay, so we have Joe Mixon versus the Minnesota Vikings, and then Denver is playing. Is it on the? I can't see the screen. I'm not looking at the screen.
It's not on that one, but it's on this one.
Yeah, it is. Denver's playing Detroit. That's a better matchup. Kind of more. I don't know. It is on a primetime game, NFL Network. I love primetime players, but that being said, Javonte Williams, you're right. He's been totally meh. If he scores a touchdown, he's great. If he doesn't score a touchdown, you're just getting 70 yards on the ground. You're getting 7 points, maybe a catch or 2, maybe 10 points. Congratulations, double digit. He hasn't been really putting up the points against Minnesota, Cleveland, Houston. He was outside the top 23 every single time. Most likely a running back 3 in that time. You do not want to start him. Weeks before that against Kansas City and Buffalo, running back 1. Why? Because he scored touchdowns. Last week against the Chargers, wide receiver 1 again. Why? Because he scored a touchdown. So the bottom line is he's pretty much touchdown dependent. He's not getting the receptions we wanted from him. 3 catches in the past 3 weeks. And always, I'm not saying 3 total catches. It's 3 catches a game for the past 3 weeks. You want more from that from your running back. You go on Joe Mixon, where he has been on a streak scoring touchdowns. That team seems motivated. That team seems I can't even say the word right now.
Rejuvenated.
I'm not going to pretend like I can say that word right now. My nasal is so messed up, still draining. But Joe Mixon has been a top 6 running back 3 out of the past 4 weeks. And he has been a touchdown scoring guy. Look at that. He scored a touchdown in every game since week 8, except for week 12 where he didn't. That's insane. He's been on a streak this year. He's been phenomenal. Over 100 total yards in the past 2 weeks. I'm also going Joe Mixon in this matchup. It sucks that we are agreeing every single time. I think we're going to disagree the next topic. I really do.
I think the tight ends. I think we are too. You only gave me 2 options for the tight end position. We'll talk about that once we get to the tight end. So you're going Joe Mixon. I'm going Joe Mixon.
And I will say this. Another reason why I'm going Joe Mixon is because of everything, the volume. The same reason for DJ Moore. The snap share, the opportunity share, the carries, right? He's top 5 in carries on the year for all running backs. Only like Josh Jacobs and a few others, probably Christian McCaffrey has carried the ball more, probably Derrick Henry. He's getting 72.5% of the snap share. Not many running backs get that. Yes, Chase Brown's getting more involved. I understand that, and he does look like the better running back, the more explosive running back, I should say. But Joe Mixon's top 10 in receptions, touchdowns, and receiving yards, 14th in rushing yards. The guy's getting it done this year. Good for Joe Mixon because he's been such a meh player his entire career. He does have his flashes, but man, Joe Mixon's been solid for your team.